Island baby, you're so beautiful. You drive me crazy. You know you're all that I need, so much more. Your strength and beauty, I can see in your eyes. I lose sight of my world. Baby, love, no words can hold what's truly on my mind. Just feel the beat of my heart and you'll know what I mean. You're my Pulena. You're so beautiful. God knows I love you. You're all I need. Pulena. Take my breath away. Pulena. You know lately, all I think about is holding you closely and never leaving your side. I'll keep you warm. Time passes by and still you're on my mind. I can't imagine living my life without you, girl. The special moments you and I can only share will always keep us together and never apart. You're my Pulena. You're so beautiful. God knows I love you. You're all I need. Pulena. Take my breath away. Pulena. Time passes by and still you're on my mind. I can't imagine living my life without you, girl. The special moments you and I can only share will always keep us together and never apart. You're my Pulena. You're so beautiful. God knows I love you. You're all I need.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter. My name is Crystal Taufalele, aka The Planter.
And I'm Lynn Katoa, happy to be here.
Today we have a great show on Valentine's Day or Love Day. We have 4 wonderful guests, which we're also going to let introduce themselves here in just a moment. We usually go over events, but because we have so many guests, we are actually going to go straight into it.
Yes, we are. We're so excited to have everybody here. How's everybody doing?
Amazing.
Delicious. It looks like everybody had a delicious night last night. How delicious is the back row?
New to your culture.
Wow. Well, we got Tina and Lay. Everybody knows who they are. They are not familiar with Everyday People. They have their own show that I'm sure everybody's watching. We have TJ Tateoli and Ma'afu here with us. They're going to go around and introduce themselves and give us a little background.
We'll start with the delicious in the back row.
Okay.
Take your
Hey guys, I'm TJ Tateoli. I don't know what else to say other than I love long walks on the beach.
So you're single. That's what you're saying.
Very single. But glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks for being here. Go ahead, Ma'afu.
Hello, I just came to America. My name is Mafi Suliafu. What else do you want me to say?
I don't know. Do you have a love life? Are you happy to be here?
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here in this America.
That's right. Here in West
That is on
Jordan.
my heart. But thank you for having me.
Of course. Thanks for being here, Ma'afu. Come on, ladies.
Okay, I'm Leigh Tella. This is my lovely wife, Tina Tella. And we're with Tina Leigh After Dark. This is our original platform here with our sponsors, Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter. We're so excited to be here with our lovely hosts here, as well as our beautiful
And delicious.
guests back here. And happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy Valentine's. What about you, Crystal? How's your Valentine's? How's your husband?
He's good. He's asleep.
Oh, the best Valentine's Day gift ever.
This is how our Valentine's usually goes. He works today, so we're not going to do anything until tomorrow.
It's okay. Remember, here we listen and we don't judge. Sleep. It's okay.
Sleep. You'll see this later, I'm sure. No, but yeah, no, we don't have big plans or anything. We're gonna do dinner, and he got me this beautiful orchid because he knows I love flowers. But other than that, we keep it pretty simple. It's 19 years, so it's kind of it's like there's enough.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. She'll be here. She ain't going anywhere.
I'll
19
see
years
you
later.
Yeah, it'll be our 20-year anniversary this year. So, but our 19th,
Congratulations.
our 19th.
So what's the
Valentine's.
secret?
Alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
On that note,
kidding.
cheers, everybody. On that note.
Cheers.
Thanks to
Thank you,
Tina and Leigh.
for the
Yes.
mimosas. No, I mean, the secret, I think, is communication. I think you have to have a lot of communication. That's in my opinion. To clearly communicate, especially when you have different ideas of things, that makes a big difference. What about you, sir?
Well, we're going to dinner today at 4:15. My husband he's like the 89-year-old lady. So he's like, well, we can do dinner. How about 4:15 work? He's like, that's going to be perfect. So we're just going to go to dinner, probably just chill out at home, relax. I've been sick the past couple weeks, so I'm kind of trying to get my life back together. But I'm so excited to be here with everybody on our Valentine's Day special. It is amazing to have everyone here. So we just want to kind of just get right into it and just discuss not only your love lives, but like things that are happening like in the community, just to kind of get our thoughts on that, because we have so many different people here. So we thought that would be a great idea to have people who are part of the queer community, especially part of the POC, the Polynesian Pacific Islander community, to kind of let everybody know that we are here, we do exist, we are the faces that you guys see constantly, doing the hard work, advocating. So we'll just get right into that. But you two, Tina and Leigh, on your show, you guys are always discussing about your life, your love life, the past, the traumas, the experiences. Kind of explain to everybody kind of like what your show is about and why you guys ride so hard for each other.
I'll let my wife take that one.
Well, so our show is basically about things that are done in the dark and taboo issues, things that our Polynesian culture are very standoffish or afraid to speak about. And so we kind of just bring that out to the light with trauma or, sexual trauma, because we experience that a lot. And I'm pretty sure that, it's always being swept under the rug.
Right.
But not with just that, but just, same-sex marriages or same-sex relationships and not being in the church or being in the church, those kinds of things that we kind of shy away from, but we need to bring it to the forefront. Just because we have to educate ourselves, we have to evolve as time goes on and not continue to stay in those mindsets that everything has to look a certain way.
Do you feel like, and everyone can jump in at any time because it's just a free-for-all conversation. Do you feel like us as Polynesians, do we shy away from it or are we ashamed of it?
Ashamed.
Yeah, because
I would have to agree.
Because
it's a frown upon.
two parenting tactics with Polynesians, it's fear and shame. That's how most parents are raising their
Right.
kids. I mean, you can come for me, I'll tell you that address so we can meet outside.
Cash him outside.
I'll just meet me at Kaipo 1465 South. But yeah, I think that's what it is. It's fear and it's shame. So first we induce fear, and then when they can't perform or can't do anything, then it's shame after that. So it's just a cycle of back and forth, ping ponging between fear and shame. And I think, for me, me personally, that's what I mean, my parents did a great job, the best
Right.
that they could without a manual for to be parents, but that was I think that's the tactics. Like,
Right, and it's not like we try to take away from our experiences with our parents because they do the best that they can, right? So it's what we take and what we like deliver or execute into our own personal lives.
How we evolve that.
How we evolve that.
Right.
And I kind of feel like we kind of lose track of that. You know, like we forget that our parents and our ancestors came here to America to try to like give us a better life. And then sometimes, I mean, this is just me personally, how I feel. I feel like with the world, the way the world is today, that we're kind of like forgetting what they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, we're not only just stepping on their shoulders, we're kind of like just burying them.
Yes. I
Taking it for
Now, you
granted.
know, taking it for granted, and we are evolving, but are we evolving the right way? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't
From
really-
experience as well. I mean, this is all from our own experiences.
Absolutely. It's just one of those like, and I agree 100% with all of you guys. For me, it was just the name that I carry. It's always defaulted back to like, no matter what and how my parents raised me and my siblings. For me in my life, all the way up till now, all the way up until the day that I or my parents go, is always like upkeeping my name.
The last name.
Having to be, yes, whether it's the last name, and in my instance, named after my dad.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I didn't even
it's
think about that,
always-
so thank you.
Yeah, it's just like the last name for sure. But for me, it's always like the constant reminder, whether it's from my mom or my siblings, it's like, what are you doing with dad's name? And it's like, I'm doing my best.
Period. And that's all you can ever do.
Right.
Right. I love that.
What about you?
He's from Scandinavia.
From Scandinavia. All the way
He
from
may not understand
Scandinavia.
what you're saying.
I'm not
Dual citizenship. Let us know.
quadruple citizenship.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Tuella, Magna, Scandinavia, and
Oh, the four corners. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I get the new four corners.
Yes. I don't know. It's just like for me, like I mean, like speaking about the name, my grandpa used. I grew up not knowing what the hell my name meant. Like I was the only one out of my siblings that had a Bush name. I say Bush name because that's what I always felt like. It made me felt like growing up was that because my brothers all have Balangi names. And my name, I never knew what it meant. I didn't know the history of it until I went on my mission. I went on a mission, guys. I went on a mission, and
He said what he said.
and my uncle wrote to me and was telling me all about the history of my name and everything. And now it makes sense why my grandpa used to say when he would look and see me doing certain things, and he'd be like, "Waste your name." And I was like, I hate this name.
Take the name.
Come from the bush. What you mean? What you mean?
Maybe like Barbara or Shirley.
I'll start calling you Barbara. Is that all?
Barbara and Shirley.
Barbara Shirley.
Because, I mean, but you know, it made sense, and like it, and like you know, like echoing what TJ has to say. Like I just the name is like it's. I mean, it's a thing within our culture. Like being able to like hold that torch, you know, and like be up there, make sure that you're holding it correctly,
Right.
making sure that you are representing it correctly, making sure that you're adding
Showing
on
face
to it,
everywhere.
adding on to it, and giving bringing more pride to the name and more accolades to the name. But you know, like my whole life, it was always that my name was wasted on me, that my name don't be. It's because I was like, then take it from me. Take
Okay.
this name from me. Give me a name. So give me a name that I won't get deported.
Well,
Saying it, you know. Sorry.
Shirley.
It's out there, but yeah.
Shirley. All right.
Yeah, so, but I mean, yeah, that's. I think just my parents, they really tried. My dad knew that I was not as masculine.
No.
So they wouldn't let me play football. They wouldn't let me go to the farm. They wouldn't let me do anything. They just let. So growing up, it was like there was a whole combination of.
A lot of
things,
that.
yeah, so
Were they surprised when you came out?
my dad never really said anything. But my dad was the most accepting. My mom was.
Was that a shock?
Yeah, because my dad so. Just really quick story. I used to have long hair when I was younger, and I used to braid it, and I used to whip it around the yard, and
He whipped
Yeah,
his
whatever.
hair back and forth.
and I thought I was so cool because I thought it was like a kung fu master or whatever. I thought it didn't look like that to my dad. It looked like a kung fu fairy, you know. But I remember him just not saying anything, just looking out the window, just nodding his head. in
But it's almost like the
disapproval.
look or the nod is even worse,
So
right?
just because of that, so I thought that he would have but I think your parents sense they just told me there's just feel valid that like that when you say you're gay and then it's like, oh my gosh, because I feel like it's a reflection of their parenting. I had to remind my mom that it had nothing to do with her, that it was.
Well, God, coming from Scandinavia, your accent and tongue and language
It's very
is
good. It's very good. I'm
I did
impressed.
some research.
I'm
I
impressed.
love that. That's what
I
we're
knew
here
I wanted to
for.
be around natives.
Right?
He's bilingual.
She's tried me, lingo.
By all of it.
By all of it.
Beyonce.
Okay.
Bilateral. All of it. Yeah.
By the way.
Exactly.
Well, ladies, I mean, I've always had questions for like Pacific Islander women who are part of the queer community. That how was it for you as women growing up? Because I know there's a lot of like pressure as like Polynesian women, families, kids and stuff. And I understand that you both have children. Or do you guys have children? You guys are like a blended family, from what I was reading and stuff or listening. So kind of tell us how that is and what that struggle looked like.
So,
If there was a
This
struggle.
different family unit.
Yeah, there's a struggle.
for sure. So, I do know that I was never really, I don't feel that I grew up attracted to women.
Right.
But she just kind of swept me off my feet. Kind of.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. We'll get to that in the second segment.
But I do know that I always, for my relatives that were not normal or what they considered normal,
Right.
I always advocated for them. I always stuck up for them because they always got bullied on or teased and
Right.
things like that. But when we went through it, it was more for the culture, the older generation
Right.
wouldn't understand. When I first started dating my wife, I didn't tell my family.
Okay.
I just wanted them to get to know who she was and love her for who she was, not judge her from the beginning.
Right. With that idea.
Right. And so, and then when I told them after, my brothers were just, okay, I'm glad to know that I'm not the only lesbian in the family. But then the only one that had a hard time was my sister. And it's because she felt that she's going to have to, fight everybody for me now. She's going to have to take, put on her gloves. But our first thing was I needed to tell the children, right? Because I know the backlash they're going to get.
Right.
And just having them understand that you don't have to fight for me. People are going to say things, especially our people.
Right.
They're going to snicker, they're going to say some stuff, but I don't want them to feel that they have to fight for us. And the kids were very receptive. They were very accepting, and were very happy for us.
Oh.
But we do well in our families. We've come a long way, but it's the other people.
Right.
The ones that no one's worried about.
Exactly. The irrelevant
The ones who ain't paying your bills, right?
Exactly.
Feeding
The
your
ones that we
kids,
don't
right?
pay no mind to, right? But when they're right in front of you, with the, disgusting looks and the sneers
And the
even-
side eyes
and we even got a side eye yesterday at the mall. I said, it's 2025, my people. We need to get it together, okay? But we were talking about it, saying maybe they're used to females that are, one is a girly,
Right.
and one is more.
What do they call them back? I don't know if they still call them lipstick lesbian. Is that a thing? Like, where they're always just
The
lipstick
femme one, and then the
right.
other one is.
I don't even know
more
if that's the term,
masculine
but I
one.
remember that.
So we were thinking maybe it's that, because I'm thinking 2025, guys, we are already past that. I mean,
Some of
same-sex
us,
marriage,
Yeah.
legalized. I mean, you know what I mean, as far as laws and how we've evolved in life, right? And in times, and we still get the sideways looks. We are used to it now with our Polynesian people, because there are people.
If we
that
can
just
handle it and take
don't
it from our own
understand it.
people, we can take it from anybody.
From anybody, but it does. We're human beings,
Yeah.
so we get that little pit in our tummy, and want to get the gloves
Right.
out, and but we stay civilized and remember that we get to be an example.
Right.
I love that.
And that's one thing that we will always show first and foremost is love doesn't have to look a certain way. And
Amen.
and that's, love is just the cure for all things, I think.
And it's
Or we feel.
universal.
Yeah, it is universal. And it doesn't have to be between a man and a woman being married or in a relationship. It could be from a man and a man, obviously, because we're all just beautiful people.
Yes.
And that's what humanity should be. That's what God's law said, that everyone is equal, right? Everyone
And
is
everyone
beauty.
has the freedom to choose.
That's true.
They do.
So-
You know what I mean? Until it's taken away.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But until then, all we can do is just live our authentic selves. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to get involved in all this chaos, because that's what I feel that what people want. You know what I mean? But as long as we're just like exuding and just giving back that love that we're receiving. You know what I mean? And I've always like a big believer. We always end up exactly where we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? I'm never ever gonna let anybody like give that bad energy on my shoulders. You can keep
Take
that on
it.
you. Smell
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's
Take it with
all
you.
You know, so but I just love that, and it's like an ally to the community.
Yeah.
I mean, what are your thoughts about it? Were there anything that you had questions about, like in general, not for us, but like because I'm just curious to what the outside in our culture sees.
Right. I'm related to, this is my Auntie Lay, and I'm also related to TJ. I also have a lot of family members that are in the queer community. Fun fact, I also married my cousin and her wife. I was their officiant. But I feel like when you're an ally, sometimes it's hard listening to conservative views as well as your LGBTQ community. And sometimes you don't know which way to go.
Right.
My true feelings is I love everyone and I want everyone to feel that happiness. I'm not here to judge you how you find your happiness. As long as everyone's happy and safe and no one is harming someone else, I feel like that is what should come from it. I feel like a lot of these ideologies come from our religion, you know, colonization, and so we're so brainwashed into thinking we have to look like this. Love is man and woman. Love is this and this. And then the idea when life happens and things change and you marry someone else because of love, then people are like, that's wrong. Why do you love them? You're supposed to love this. And then that's when it becomes a conflict to me. Because then I'm like, you're giving me two different things and you're making me choose one. And if I feel like that as an ally, I can only understand. I mean, I can only imagine how it would feel as someone actually living through it. So I don't hold any judgment, and I don't speak about it openly, and I'm not trying to be a silent supporter or anything like that, but I just let people speak and be who they are. To me, you will show who you are, regardless if you say something or not.
By
And
action.
so, yeah, my actions will always show how I feel. I don't need to go and say it. I don't need to post it. I don't need to tell everybody, come and do this. But I will always show how I truly feel about you, your community, my loved ones. The couple that I married, I love my sister. Sorry, I'm stealing this.
No,
but this is my opinion
I
on
love
this.
this.
So it's my first cousin. She's my sister. That's how we refer to it. She was in a relationship with her girlfriend. She's straight all her life. She went on a mission, everything like that. I'm not gonna say her name. But then she got into this relationship, and when they first started hanging out, I was like, that's weird.
Right.
You two aren't friends.
Right.
My gaydar went off, and I was like, what are you guys? And my sister's like, oh, we're just good friends. And my sister's really girly girl.
After her
and
gaydar, she's like, what are you guys?
But it was more so, I want her to openly say it to me. I'm your sister. Like, I am here, and I wanted that to be open from the beginning. I have no judgment, and I know you will get judgment from your family. And it did. It happened. They got judgment. They got, I don't know how you say it, but they were kicked out of their house.
Right.
They did that.
Disown him to
And
a
we
sense.
understood that. And as the younger generation, like you said, our parents may feel differently. We felt differently. So me and my sisters, we always knew to group around this sister of ours and make sure she knew when everyone is telling you can't be there, we're here. Come here and be with us. And that's why they asked me to marry.
Oh.
So when they got married in 2019, they asked me to be the officiant for their wedding. And I was. And that was the most life-changing thing ever. And I'm a very introverted person. So after that, to me, I don't have any questions about someone's love. Your love is your love. You fell in love with this person. I don't have any questions about that. It's not for me to judge, and you can judge me in my straight marriage. But yeah, that's how I feel. I love all you guys, and I want everybody to speak their piece, and I want them to feel comfortable. And I feel like religion and culture really kind of plays a part in tearing us apart, where we just need to have a conversation and let people just be. But
Wow.
anyways,
Dang,
that was
girl.
I
my-
love
I'll
that.
give you some love after
Thank
that.
you so much for sharing that. That was beautiful. That is
That was
beautiful.
beautiful. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And then we're going to go ahead and get right into it.
Okay.
Because now that she touched up on a subject, I kind of wanted to get your feelings on the whole like gays and on our religion and our culture. You know what I mean? And then because I'm sure we can talk about that for a while. You know. All right, so we'll be right back. Again, thank you for watching our Valentine's Day special here at Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter with our lovely, lovely guests and my beautiful co-host. And thank you for your wonderful, wonderful story. I mean, that's gonna like hit home for a lot of people. So it's great to have allies like that. That's part of our community, part of Everyday People, and part of this panel because it's very important. Representation does matter, and we do need to get this message out. And we'll see you guys in a minute.
About the things that we don't touch, 'cause maybe you ain't never had nobody ever do it like me. Do it like me. Do it like me. Do it like me.
We break up and make up, we argue and fight. I'm about to take off like a tennis, take flight. 'Cause right now, it's up in the air. Pride got us acting like we ain't care, but let me take it down memory lane. I remember like it was yesterday when you approached me, asked me for my name. Did I smile on top before you start spinning game? Like, hey, how can I get your name? I ain't like these other brothers, I ain't the same. So leave my cards right and let you in. Now you the only player that I wanna be with.
Got the top down, rolling with the sun going up. My baby looking wavy if I'm keeping it above you. Never gotta trip about the things that we don't touch, 'cause baby you ain't never had nobody ever do it like me. Do it like me. Do it like me. Do it like me.
See, I'm never tripping but falling, nevertheless. They wear my vest just to embrace when they hit the ground. But I ain't got no vest, I'ma keep it real, say it with my chest. It's the truth, but it's all for you, 'cause for now, see, I'ma hold it down like I've been ever since we've been in this. Flip the block round if they all up in the business. Keep it to ourselves, I don't never kiss and tell. We don't need an investigation, 'cause you my only witness. Witness protection, girl, I provide. With pride put aside, ain't no way that now we can't rise. I'm planting the seed, so if you ever need to breathe, I'ma twist the leaf, burn all your worries along the ride. Come on, yeah.
You ain't got a lot of time these days, so be 100 when you wanna say something. 'Cause I ain't never had nobody like you, and you ain't ever had nobody like me. So keep it silent, my baby, just hold it down. I promise to treat you good if you promise to stick around. Our future ain't picture perfect, but baby, it's good to see when you wait the time you wanna be. So where you wanna be, baby? I wanna be what you
Got the top down, rolling with the sun going up. My baby looking wavy if I'm keeping it above you. Never gotta trip about the things that we don't touch, 'cause baby you ain't never had nobody ever do it like me. Do it like me. Do it like me.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday People, the Utah Pacifica chapter. My name's Lynn Gato here with my beautiful co-host.
Crystal Tafalele.
And if you're just joining us, we have our Valentine's Day podcast here today with Tina and Lay. I'm sure you guys have seen them on their podcast. They're not new to Everyday People. We also have TJ Tateoli and Ma'apu Suliapu here with us. If you're just joining us, Crystal just shared an amazing story, very, very emotional story with us, so we're so happy. So if you have not seen it, make sure that you're following us on our YouTube channel, or you can rewatch us on Facebook and catch her beautiful, beautiful statement that she made. But ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and ladies, or ladies and just whatever. Ma'apu, I see that you've taken off your jacket. You said, what did you say during the break?
My country's not this warm. It's very global warming. Very global warming. Actually.
Very global warming.
So I have to take off my jacket. Sorry.
I know I had to take mine off. It's a little too hot. Well, before we start, the lovely ladies, Tina, they brought us some mimosas.
That's actually why we're all hot.
That's why we're all hot. Okay, we're like, happy Valentine's Day, and happy single and fabulous day to everybody out there. But before we continue, we just kind of wanted to take a brief moment to give our condolences to CFE now and her family, the Hessler family, and to the Sugar House Queens. We are very, very thankful to have had Sia on our show with us, and she's going to be dearly missed, especially by everyone in Sugar House, the Polynesian community, and everybody in the kava world. And I know I grew up with her, so it kind of hit home a little bit with me to kind of see our generation slowly starting to pass along, so it kind of wakes you up a little bit. Does anybody have anything to say to Sia and her family, or because I know that we've all known her?
All I know is that she has always been Mata Ofa, meaning she's always so loving and kind and welcoming and accepting of everyone. You see her, she's the hype man at every family
Yes,
function.
she is.
Her little brother Soka is married to my little cousin Tatiana.
Oh.
And so we see her often. We have things together, family functions together. And it's always so great to see her. But before that, she was always so welcoming and kind. So she will be greatly missed.
Definitely.
Yeah, my condolences to the Finau family, to Brat and CE and baby girl. Getting to know her, and then also getting to know her on one side of the fence and getting to know her on the other side of the fence. Me, like when I came out, and like she's been very supportive of a lot of new collective stuff. She's been able to come and just be one in support, but also just wanting to like be there, whatever she could do. She was very hands-on with like trying to help the community, and because one of her best friends, Zarina, is part of our new collective leadership, and she's just been like, like there's when you talk about allyship, like she wasn't just that. Like she understood. She wasn't just in support, but she understood from like the ground up what it was that we had to go through, who we were, what it is that we have to go through day to day. Like she was just very supportive of that. Like I spent a lot of late mornings. What is it? Late morning when it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, still mixing. And,
Well, there's another name.
Yeah, whatever it is. Afternoon delight. I don't know. But we spent a lot of time just talking about one. I mean, it wasn't just like about like me or her. We talked about like the growth in our Pacific Island community with businesses and podcasts.
She definitely was an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and just like all the different things that we're all about. Because when I moved here in 2005, there was like Moki's and Pacific Seas, and that was it. You know. And now we have a growth in our people, seeing our growth as a community.
Right.
And so like we talked a lot about that, talked about the kava bar that she had opened up. And so she is going to be missed. I know I will, like seeing her going to a concert and seeing her there, seeing her.
Being the high woman in the front. Oh,
yeah. And just her giving me a drink while I'm over there trying to act straight in front of Tanel, like.
What you mean? What you mean? Where Tanel at?
I mean, not acting straight. I mean,
no, really, where's she at?
But I mean, yeah, but she's gonna be missed. Like she will. Like she's had a hand in a lot of other people's lives other than mine, and so just seeing the outpour of people supporting and sharing their condolences, and just really cool to see how much she's done. I don't think it sucks that like when we're not here, that's when all the things
flowers.
that the flowers that you should have had when you were alive. And I think that's, shout out to everybody who's doing something great out there while you're still here. Want to just tell you, while you're here,
And I think that's really, really important. That's a message that we're learning now, but but I feel like we always understand that message in the moment when it happens, that we need to start being in the present, being there for each other, writing for each other, reacting to people's posts, just showing that love instead of, like you're saying, people start coming out of the woodworks when it's too late. Right. And not saying that doesn't matter, because it does, and I'm sure they were giving her flowers, but we need to start uplifting each other. Sure. But again, thank you, Sia, for the legacy that you're going to leave behind to Sugar House, to the kava world, and to us here in Utah, and to the whole Polynesian community. We love you. You will be dearly missed.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I just have one thing, and which I think is such a beautiful thing for Sia. And I hope this reaches everybody, because this Sia was not only a blessing through her voice and her music, but she touched someone's life that reached out to us. It's a Palangi lady that we know. Her name is Emily, and her daughter was struggling addiction. She had an addiction issue, and the only reason why she is here today still, and that she has her daughter, is because Sia was able to reach her and kind of help her through her life. And so she was very grateful that she has her daughter today because of Sia.
That's giving me chills.
We love you, Sia, and we will forever be here and forever hold your light in honor, and always be here to protect your kids and help them to get to where they deserve to go. We love you.
Wow, that was beautiful. Very emotional, but All right, we're going to kind of get back into what we're here doing our little Valentine's Day panel. And before the break, I kind of wanted to discuss the whole religion, how that played a role into your lives. Ma'apu, coming from Hawaii, from Laie, huge Mormon town, how you grew up there and moving here in 2005. I actually knew Ma'apu in Laie. I went to high school, I played volleyball at Kahuku in 1996.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a Red Raider, right?
I didn't know that.
Does that still, am I considered a Red Raider?
You are a Red Raider. that's
Davey
correct.
Ottawa, are you hearing this? I am a Red Raider.
Yes.
Red Raider for life. Just kidding. Weh. No, anyways, so let's kind of get into it. So because I know religion plays a huge part, especially in the Pacific Islander community, because if anybody knows who's gonna go to hell, it'd be someone who's growing up gay in the Mormon church, in the Tongan Mormon church. Yeah. But and someone told me one time, because growing up gay, I got a lot of backlash from like leaders in the church and stuff, that I always had that sharp tongue, and my mom and I'm like, Lynn, you have such a sharp tongue. Quit being so mouthy to them. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Anyways, because my parents, that's how we were raised. So I get it. You know what I mean? So how did you guys handle it, and what struggle did you have with the church and being part of the queer community, or even if you had one, and family?
Well, I had a great time in the Mormon church. I did.
Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?
Because I went to church in Hawaii. It's different here in Utah. Like I see the different pressures here in Utah, it's a cultural thing, not a religious thing. And so I had a great time with my peers, going to church, going to scouts, going to young men's, and all of those things. And it's only, because I didn't come out till I was 33.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I didn't come out till
A late
33,
bloomer.
yeah. Late bloomer. I know a lot of the people were kind of mad because after I came out, I already had a boyfriend already. And I think the thing is, it's not so much I really didn't get harassed because like you, I had a sharp tongue. I would make them rethink their life.
Quick-witted.
That's the old Ma'apu, the old Lynn, right? The new us.
Yeah.
We don't throw cash registers anymore.
Yeah.
That's the old Lynn. Just kidding.
I think what it was it was more how my family felt, because I'm the oldest grandchild of all the grandchildren in my family, and every single time we have family things, I was always asked to, because I served the mission, I went to the temple, was asked to always say the prayer, to bless things. And then the minute I came out, it was like they would purposely look past me to find somebody else.
Really?
It was almost like to kind of guilt me, and I was like,
They're all trim the bush.
I was like, I don't care. But the thing is, just seeing those things, not being allowed to say the prayer, or not being able to, not being able to carry my grandfather's casket because they thought that I wasn't worthy enough even to that thing, So those are other things. But I have tough skin. I grew up with, all the ridicule and all the jokes that were made on my behalf and everything like that. I was like, for real,
you have to have a tough skin.
Yeah,
because
and so,
same,
religion, I know some of my friends have been affected by religion. They've been traumatized by religion. And I think, there's other things, this is not the audience for, but other things in my life have been traumatized by religion, like sex and stuff like that. I've been having, I still feel like I have, saving it for marriage. I'm still saving it for marriage. My oil's still dripping, but
if only the camera can zoom in right now on the face. It's like zoom.
You know what I mean? Things like that. Those are I didn't realize that I had a religious trauma, but talking about it and thinking about it, those things, because I had a great time growing up in the church. I made the best friends and whatever, but
there's always going to be great things to take away from that. And one thing that I tried to say earlier, that one thing that kind of stuck in my head, I forgot who told me, because I hated the church for a minute, growing up, because I'm like, why do we need to feel this way? And I never realized these feelings until I started getting older and started talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, I did experience that trauma. But now that I'm doing the show, listening to other people about mental health, I'm like, you are talking right at me. So now I'm starting to cope with it. You know what I mean? But one guy told me when I was younger, he's like, don't judge the religion, it's the people.
It is.
And I'm going to take that with you. And I'm like, it really, really is. Do I agree with a lot of some of the religion still? But no, but at least I have that base to go up, because all these mother effers out there, trying to be these false prophets and shit. You know what I mean? Just saying, you know what I mean? But that's just my feeling, you know what I mean? So how do you guys feel about that?
Oh, we both grew up in the church.
Did you guys go on missions?
I didn't.
Okay.
I went
No.
on Mission Impossible.
I'm still on
They're on
my
a mission now.
Mission Impossible.
I'm still on my mission. My love.
Oh, okay. Mission and sofa. Okay.
But we did go to the temple. I mean, not together. We
Right.
go out there and just, sit in the parking lot.
Take
Go
pictures
drive
of
by
Take pictures.
the
Wait,
scenery.
Come on,
Scenery
selfie.
around
Get that panoramic. Like,
We went to the temple.
Yes.
Okay, bye now. No, but
as long as you tag yourself there, then that is the truth,
Right.
right?
We were there.
But I had a lot of siblings. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, and so I had a lot of siblings to look up to, and a lot of I was the black sheep, the youngest black sheep, and then 2 of my sisters went on missions. My parents were very like, we're going to church every Sunday. You guys go to Mutual and all this other stuff, and then, but I always felt different. It felt okay because I was with my family, but then as I got older, it was just like, I don't feel right because I know what I feel inside, but I'm being taught something else. Like
Right.
you only can, you have to do these things in order to be accepted and things like that. And I was just, I just loved everybody and tried to do as my parent or, my mom would be proud of. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't right for me. And so I had to be that. I didn't have a sharp mouth, but I do have sharp fists.
Oh, well, okay.
And I had to
have
use
a
those
sharp
a couple
knife.
times.
Well, actually, we have a video of the older. Can you cue the video from her?
No, don't do it.
Can you cue the Ichabod's footage for that? Just kidding.
But I love that we are able to grow out of those things, and what we're taught. I guess those. What do we call it, love?
Which ones?
All of them. Yeah, the teachings.
Oh, okay. So for me, I was born and raised in the church, and I got married in the temple.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and sealed twice. And so I did there, had the children, everything. I even held callings in the church. But like I said, when I grew up, I advocated for my queer relatives. Only because I always believed that, Jesus came down here and died for that, guys. Who are we to take that from them, right?
Hallelujah.
I don't like the bullies. I don't like bullying. I didn't like it at all.
Period.
So I didn't get to face that, but I do know it's the people, because it could be not just about the queer people, it's about everything.
Right.
Very judgmental sometimes. Some people, not everybody. But
Not
some.
everybody.
Yeah.
But when I got when I got married with my wife here, that's when I started getting the, oh my gosh, Lay,
The OMGs.
I married president.
whispers, right.
And I said, hey guys, I'm still the same person. My heart is the same. My testimony has not changed. I still believe in God, and I still try every day to be just like Him. That's the thing I think people don't understand. Religion is just there for like guidance.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It's the people that interpret it and put their own perspective on it and then start judging people.
Yes.
But that's not our job here. It's
And the
not-
delivery of the message.
Exactly, 100%, and how they make people feel. And so for us, for me with the religion, I even had my brother-in-law, so sad, when we came out and told everybody, and he said, can I take you out to dinner? And I said, sure. So he takes me out to dinner, and this guy's just crying, right? I said, what's going on, Vicky? He says, I just want you to know, he was crying for my salvation. In his heart, he truly believed that if I married her, that I would lose, say, the benefits of the sealing in the temple. And I told him, let me tell you this, Decky, I appreciate, you taking me and giving me your counsel from a brother-in-law. I appreciate that so much. But the way that I feel my relationship between me and God tells me that I get to love unconditionally, and He would not leave me, destitute, stranded anywhere, because I love somebody that is of the same sex. But thank you for your counsel. I love you for that. But I'm going to marry her. He almost wanted me to just be a hooker and just be he wanted me to not marry her, but just be in a relationship, but not. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly,
What?
No.
Okay, come on, Krista, with
No,
the.
that is true. That is truth, though.
He wanted me to be a hooker, not marry her. Just be in a relationship with her, but not marry her. Because then it'll break the bonds and the.
Isn't
you know
that
what I
just
mean?
weird?
It was so
No,
weird.
it's
And
like a
that's their
reminder.
belief.
A
Yeah.
reminder.
That's
Yeah.
the fear.
That's the
'Cause
fear.
you have somebody.
Right.
And
Right.
you're doing gay stuff.
Can you talk on the mic?
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
I know you
I
don't
think
know.
because I mean, I think the thing is especially in Tongan culture, because being Tongan and gay, and like having a partner is a reminder that you are now gay, and then also that when you live together that you're now doing gay things, so you're like perpetuating gay everything.
Now they have to think
So when they
about
keep-
all the
yeah.
gay things
So,
you're
yeah.
doing.
It's gonna be more visible.
So I mean, and I think that's the thing. I mean, that's what the thing is that they want you to just say that you are, but not act on it. Like you can be gay, but don't act on it. Don't do anything. Don't have a partner. Don't have love. Don't have any kind of celebration of.
And don't be
your
depressed
gayness.
about it either.
Yeah, and don't be depressed.
Be happy.
Yeah, so like I think that's because
But why are you crying?
As you're talking, that's the same thing like with my parents, like especially my mom, like she mad dogs my boyfriend all the time. Like she just looks at him like he's to blame for my homosexuality, but I'm like, no, actually, girl, it was you.
Okay.
It was you,
Yeah,
girl.
honey.
Just kidding, mom. If you're watching,
What about you, TJ? Like,
You know what? Religion has played and continues to play a heavy role in my life as a gay man. So I initially came out while I was prepping for my mission. And so that actually is the reason why I came out, was as I was preparing for my mission, my dad being the mission prep teacher. It was one of those things
No
where,
pressure.
No
you know what I
pressure.
mean? Because I had my first gay experience. I've always, malako men, I've always been attracted to men from when I could remember. Probably 8 years old is the first time that I was like, oh, hi, So I already knew that feeling was there. But anyway, my first experience was maybe about 14, 15 years old. So I already knew that I was gay.
Right.
I was doing this for the whole, usual, I'm doing this for my mom and dad, for
Right.
the name, this,
The
that, and the
whole
other.
front.
Right.
Right.
But then it also caused me to be like, you know what? My respect for the religion is not to go knowing that I'm gay. And in my mind at that time was, oh, my parents are going to appreciate that. Instead of going, coming back, and then coming out, oh, it was complete opposite.
Isn't that
You're
crazy
like,
though?
It was
Look, guys.
It's
complete
crazy though.
opposite.
They would rather have you go on a mission and hide it. I mean, they're sending you off to have your first boyfriend for 2 years. You know what I mean? It's what they're thinking in your
For a
head. If
sleepover.
They, you know what I mean? For a
I never
sleepover.
thought about it
but
like
it's
that.
not true. But isn't that just crazy that they would rather see you, in general, go on your mission in the closet and then come back and then come out? That's fine.
And that's what I mean by
Then you've broken
that.
so many more different things. It's like
Yeah.
taking on more callings and like being whatever. I've never been on a
Exactly.
mission, so I can't really speak to it.
But that's what I mean by that, because of course I didn't go, I came out. But leading up till now, and it always will be, I have faith and belief in that church. I'm still active in the church in the sense that I still go to church, to the LDS church every Sunday. I hold 2 callings, but obviously they know my lifestyle.
Right.
But this is where I gain my blessings. And this has caused, and on in the sense of what our podcast is about today, it has also caused me to be single. Dates that I've gone on, and bringing this up. I'm still active. Oh, okay, bye. And it's like, all right, we'll see you later.
Well, you know what you want. To each their own. Right.
So that's why I say, for me, it has and will always be a part of me, but I'm hoping sooner than later, because I would be lying if I said that I didn't want somebody to go home to. But, I want that one to be the right one for me. Yeah.
Do you have any
hold the
pets?
priesthood
What?
to bless your home. Just kidding. I heard it so many times.
Well, our former sister missionary over here. We
you
give
with the good
it.
hair.
Sister Scandinavia. We're here for it.
I love my country.
We love the country too.
Well, and I love hearing that we all clearly have a background. We're all Mormon, or we're Mormon at some point in our life, and so am I. I'm no longer a practicing Mormon. But like Ma'afu said, I don't have any problem with, my growing up in the church. With my whole family is very strong. All of my siblings went on missions. My dad is a patriarch. Like, there's so many ties, and I don't have any negative feeling towards the church. And I love that, that TJ is going to church and that he's a practicing member of the church that has this different view. And I think that a lot of people in the church that, that show that very bigot mind, or, like that, just that is what keeps this same conversation going and keeps people from evolving in thought and evolving in growth to accept everybody for what they are. If you're truly preaching Jesus and he loves all, then to let go of the idea that everybody has to be exactly like you in order to do that.
Which will be the struggle forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is, as much as we need to evolve or we want to evolve, this is going to be something that's never going to change. Like I said earlier when we started this conversation, being gay, being a person of color, we're not unfamiliar with the situations that we're in. You know what I mean? So just how we like thrive and how we choose to live our lives and the energy that we want to put into the universe, what do we want back? Instead of like diving into all the same chaos. You know what I mean? Because then the cycle will never end, or will it even ever end?
I think it can end if people just change their mindset and have the same type of Jesus heart. That is true Jesus heart. When you are, a leader in the church, right? But you don't judge him for actions. You see his heart. You see who he is, and you see his beauty,
articles.
right? And you still say, you know what? I want you to use your talents in this church because, all of us growing in the LDS church, we use our talents. It always preaches that use your talents to bless each other, right? And that's a way of service. That's a way of showing our love, unconditional love to each other. So that I feel like is an unconditional way of his leadership from our Heavenly Father, seeing that I'm not seeing you for your transgressions. I'm seeing you for who you truly are and the person that you are. I see you for who Jesus sees you as. Yes. And that's where I see that our church, our people, our communities, our society, the humanity can evolve and change is the moment that we change our mindset.
We the people change.
Yeah.
We the people. We make the change.
Please feel like you have something to add to it?
I just, like the thing is, like I've taken a lot of principles and things from my upbringing because I don't practice anymore. Like all the basic things. I don't practice religion. I'm more into spirituality of like the things that I have. The other thing too is because I can't I can't really support something that doesn't support my people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they keep telling me go to church, but then I go to church and then they tell me, why are you here? Then I go keep going to church and then they keep saying, like, you need to change your life because they already know. You know what I mean? And I feel like I keep telling my mom it's harder for a homosexual or a lesbian or gay person to go back to church and be accepted in the church than it is for a mass murderer or a rapist. Like they can come walk right in and they'll be okay. They can be repentant. But us, the sin that we've the sin that they say that we've, and I'm like, for me, I'm just like, yes, I had a great time in the church, but for me, I've tried to go back to church after coming out and stuff like that, but I don't.
Just doesn't sit well.
It doesn't because it's not just for me. It's the treatment that everyone else gets. So if I'm good, if not one, but all, it's got to be all of us and not just one of us. You know what I mean? So like for me, like TJ's admirable that you go to church and stuff like that, but for me, I don't know. I don't know if it's just that my sins are on my shoulder. And my
I feel like it's just like it's a difference for everybody.
I just cannot go having my own experience when I know that other people are not, when they're being guilted and they're being told that they can't see family members in the next life, and they're being told that they can't have certain things because we are who we are.
And I think you hit a really good one because that's kind of where it kind of stuck with me forever. Is like you're not going to be able to make it into heaven. You know what I mean? And then I struggled with that probably for the first 10 years of my life after my dad passed away. Because my dad was terminally ill, right? Anyways, long story short, he had stuck around for so long, and days before he had passed away, he kind of sat me down. He never knew that I was gay. I never had to come out of the closet because they were always like, we love you for who you are. But my dad, he made a comment to let me know that he knew that I was gay. He was like, Lynn, he's like, I just want to let you know that I love you for who you are. He's like, and the only reason why I stayed this long, he's like, because I was just afraid that I might not be able to see you in the next life. So I get it. So when I say that we're not unfamiliar with what we're in right now, I'm like, if anybody's gonna know the downfall, if we're not gonna make it to heaven, it's the people who have been outcasted. So we are not unfamiliar, we are here. You know what I mean? We're not going anywhere, and I think that's why this is so important for us to have the show. But on that note, we're gonna take a quick break. Thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna refreshen up our drinks, and we'll be right back. All right.
Cindy, if I left it right here, could you hear me?
But if it falls down, you need to bring it up like this.
I'm just saying,
Life is on a spaceship. I don't know where it's headed. I miss our conversation. Yeah. The way you used to love me. Oh, you know, back on earth we had a good time. White wine, dancing underneath the starlight. Just you and I, you kissed me from your lips the first time. My, I can tell a lie, yeah, baby. But I'd sacrifice my day for one day with you, yeah. Jah knows I would, yeah. One thing's for sure, even when the rain is falling, you know me in the middle of the storm. Somewhere out there in the flood, you know that I'm there, no umbrella. Cause the rain ain't always bad. Through the rain our seas can roll. I hope you think of home. I'll never leave you lonely. I'm wishing on a spaceship. The tears don't drown me, baby. I know my destination. It's nowhere near you, it's killing me, for sure. You know, back on earth we made some good plans to romance, making sweet love to slow down, no hesitance. I give you all of me, baby, and you give me all of you, your body, mind, and soul. I always knew that we would be inseparable. Baby, I know the times changed, but this heart is still the same, yeah. One thing's for sure, even when the rain is falling, you know me in the middle of the storm. Somewhere out there in the flood, you know that I'm there, no umbrella. Cause the rain ain't always bad. Through the rain our seas can go. I hope you think of home. I never leave you lonely. Through space and time, you'll always be mine.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Everybody's still on a break. Clearly, too many mimosas.
Everyone just smoking.
But I'm here. We're live.
Oh, we are. Oh my God, do you hear me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome back. As you can see, we needed a drink break.
We're having way too much fun on our
Way too
Valentine's
much
Day
fun.
special.
We need it to be a little hot. So just give us a moment as we...
Cheers! Cheers!
Yes, we are having way too much fun. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers, cheers. Thank you guys for the mimosas. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just continue. We have like the last 15, 20 minutes to kind of talk to our four wonderful, beautiful guests. Ma'afu,
They're coming
they're
back
coming in.
from...
Anyways, ladies, so tell us everybody like where they can catch you guys on your podcast, your social media.
So you can catch Tina and Lay After Dark on every Saturday, 10 p.m. Make sure you bring your mimosas or anything to wind down because we will talk about it.
Yes, and once a month on Tuesdays, we usually announce it right before, is we do Taco Tuesdays.
Oof.
Taco Tuesday, we just talk about things that help our communities with financial literacy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so we left off on credit.
Yep.
Kind of showing everybody how to get their free annual credit reports, how
Oh, wow.
to read them, how to dispute items.
Something we all can learn.
Yes, and how to build their credit. Yeah, just to give back to our community.
Yep.
Something we didn't learn when we were young.
Amen
We
to
just
that.
learned to give our parents our social security number so they can go and get. No, I'm
We
just
still
kidding.
learning.
I love you, Mom. They had it already. But we are on Facebook, on Tina Lay After Dark, and we're also on Instagram. And
We just started threading too, y'all. I'm still
Yeah,
practicing.
Yes,
so
come on,
don't
Thread.
judge me.
and YouTube.
Threading?
No, on Thread.
Oh.
Girl.
I'm not on thread.
She said threading. No.
You can thread eyebrows.
The social media
Wait,
platform Thread.
Sorry, I'm not on thread, as you can tell.
She's the
can
youngest
barely
one
count
here
it, honey,
too,
don't
girl.
I always see the thing about people say something on thread, but I have too many apps.
No, seriously.
I'm over it.
I can't keep up. I'm getting old, guys.
Yeah, we just did our Valentine's giveaway. We gave away
$600.
Oh, that's
$600.
We were supposed
amazing.
to do $100 because there's supposed to be one winner. So we just invited everybody to share their love story and tag us in it. And then we did a drawing of their names get put in a drawing. And then they'll win a $100 gift card for Amazon from us. And then our daughter, Nanzi, she bakes goods. So she's baked
Baked
by
by
Nans.
Nans.
Oh,
On
wow.
Yeah, I love
Instagram,
it.
Baked by Nans.
Instagram. And so she was going to give them cookies and cupcakes for their boo. To
Yes.
share with their boo.
Aw, that's so
Aw.
But there
cute.
were so many people like, I hope it's me, please be me. We were so mafana that
Oh,
night.
yeah, we were so much too much on that.
It went from $100 to $600.
She got money. They got money. Come
Somebody
on,
got
Tina
a tax
Lay.
return. No, I'm just kidding.
Tina Lay's gonna have to sponsor our show. Okay, come on, I see you, ladies.
But it was so fun. It
Oh,
was
they
so
have.
fun.
They have. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for joining us back. We have everybody back in the room. We have our last 15, 20 minutes. We kind of just want to dive into a couple things, some important things to kind of just shed light to each other to see what our thoughts are on about that. So with the bills that are happening, I know that everybody is aware. I just kind of want to know your thoughts on that. Idaho, they're looking to overturn gay marriage. That can be us soon. We saw that bill that Doug Fiafia did. I know there was a little backlash on that. That was all over social media. What are your thoughts on that? And has that affected your life? Does it? Or do you even have thoughts on that? I'll start with these two up here and we'll work our way back here because I know Ma'afu he has a lot to say because, we kind of work together. So kind of just take us through what your thoughts are about what's going on with all these executive orders that are being signed and stuff.
So we were talking about it just yesterday or the day before. We were talking about how, so if you are unfamiliar, Idaho representatives are trying to overturn a case. What's it? Or something. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the case that kind of brought into light, and that's where same-sex marriage was legalized, right? But there's a protective act as well. What's it called? Something Marriage Act. It's like the
forgot.
protective, but that's supposed to, because the Idaho representatives are trying to overturn it, but because of this act, it kind of protects everybody.
Right.
It protects everybody that's already been married,
Right.
right? It protects them, but it doesn't protect them, the people that are going to marry in the future, if it's overturned.
Which another unfamiliar space we've been in.
Yes, we're just going to be back in square one again.
Right.
Back in the day when people had to go to that one state that allowed a same-sex marriage and go get married over there, but then come over here and not be able to take advantage of the benefits, right? And so for me, I feel like we're just going to be turning back time. I think it's a violation of our constitutional rights. If we're here and we say we're free, then let us be free.
Right.
Right? Don't try to put boundaries on it. We don't try to put boundaries on you up there in the White House. So, get your stuff together and let just people be free. This
Kind
is
of like we
what
get a
causes-
taste of it and then it's taken
Yes,
away, tased and
exactly.
taken away, right?
Right. It's a constant fight.
Not that pretty
Yeah.
though,
Right.
not like this. I don't know where that came from, but
Hey, I love it. Okay, graceful. But I think, I just think our government is so, they try to put us in a bubble and try to make everybody do the same thing, but so many different people. That causes confusion, that causes havoc, and
chaos.
And chaos. And that's what our government actually wants for us, I feel, is that chaos,
Yes.
right? And when you try to take away people's natural rights, and if anybody doesn't know, we do have natural rights. You start to make our younger generation that are coming up in this world confused in this lifetime.
I mean, we're confused, and we're now the older generation.
Right.
And so I think that it's great that we're here and that we stand for what we know is true and what we feel is true because we go through it every single day.
We're living
but
it.
we're living it, and we're still here. We're still standing. And so I think that I love what you guys are doing. That you guys are out there in the community and still fighting for our truths
Yep.
as a community, but also for everyone else that isn't in the LGBTQ community that just wants to choose whatever it is that they feel.
We're part of that community.
Right.
We are part of that community.
This is true.
Exactly.
Right.
We are.
And we're the cuter part of that.
I
Maybe
mean-
I'm just saying, you know
What
what?
about you, TJ?
I'm actually the worst to ask this question because I am so out of any news, not
Which is
just
fair.
this subject, but hearing it from you guys today. I literally heard about all this today from you guys. It is. I agree with the girls on the subject that it's one of those things where it's just like, if you can do it, why can't we? And if you can do it freely and not have to fight for it like we do,
Then it's a problem.
It's a problem. So I mean, I agree 100%. If it's something that I would have to jump in and support, I will, because I am part of that community. As off as I am in the events and news going around, if it's something that I believe in, which this is, then I will be a part of it and I'll fight for it.
And everything you were saying is normal. So don't feel like you're excluded from not being part of like the news, because a lot of people these days try to stay away from it. We just stay informed because we're just part of that community, like being advocates. You know what I mean? So don't even feel bad about that. That's why we're out there to fight for everybody, for all of us. It doesn't just stop for us.
And thank you guys for that.
What about you? I know that you're a huge advocate, so I want to hear I know a message that needs to be heard.
So, I mean, if you are queer, trans, gay, lesbian, first thing you need to do is you need to go online and be able to read all the different bills. There's over 400 anti-trans bills as we speak right now.
Yes.
And it's everything. It's permitting them from going to the bathroom. It's permitting them from staying in dorm rooms. It's taking away the right to have flags in our personal properties, and then also at the state they wanted to remove those flags and replace it with other flags that are
Nazi.
supposedly symbolizing what the American people represent. New No Collective, we're trying to stay on top of all the things that are like. I mean, we've been watching ever since they got rid of DEI. We already knew they were coming for us. Like, the thing is, like, what people don't understand is that if they come for one of us, they come for all of us. And when I say all of us, whether you are gay or straight, there is going to be a bill out there that's going to be against your actual freedoms to vote. Right now, they're trying to eliminate women from voting. Right now, like, they're trying to have your passport and your birth certificate be the legal documents to take to the polls. And if your birth certificate doesn't match your passport, and for women that are married, you cannot vote. That's the thing, because they're trying to have the head of household. A lot of people who voted for Trump, a lot of them didn't do their research to read Project 2025. Like, as in No Collective, we've been following, and they've gone right in line with everything. They went for the trans. It's the same thing in 1930 when Hitler started his regime. He went after the trans people first. Then he went after education.
And now they're being erased from the
and so the thing is,
Stonewall, all
so
that stuff.
all the things that we're all about, they're trying to erase everything. There's like almost like probably 100 words now that are now no longer legal to be able to use anywhere, like in classrooms, at universities, in government. Like, and so.
And if you haven't seen that list, you really
there's
should.
like words like women. Women is a
Gender.
word. Gender. And
Inclusive.
so there's a lot of things that are out there. Jakey, who's our executive director, he's done so much work in just trying to be out there to speak on behalf of not just No Collective, but like also everybody. Because every bill out there, if you read it, it is just insane that they're starting with us. Once they break us down, then they're gonna go for the next people. They already try to do it with Black Lives Matter. They're deporting all of the Hispanic people, and they're actually not just deporting them, they're deporting everybody, so the thing is, it's just
we'll figure out the
we just
paperwork
need to
later.
be more like the woke culture. Like, I mean, I grew up in a time where I never knew what that was, and I'm now hanging around with younger people in our collective, and
Who advocates so
yeah,
hard.
and they are so, like, I feel so dumb sometimes, but the thing is, it's just like it's stuff that I've already known, but they remind me of these are the things that are happening right now. Because
elevated by 10.
And, you know, like, I mean, every state is going to mimic each other. Idaho's going to do it. Utah's going to do it. Basically just trying to make everybody illegal to be here in the United States. And, you know, and so it's just everything. Just our visibility. We've worked so hard to be out there and be visible. Like, you know, like when Lynn came to Koku, like, it was obvious. I was like, this is my sis right here. You know,
Red up alive. Just kidding.
and the thing is that what I loved about it was because I wasn't able to do that because I didn't feel comfortable to be this person, you know, and like.
Wait, what person?
This person right here.
Well, what you mean? In high school, I was like, walking down, going to food bar. I was like, can I give me my Big Mac and my katsu sauce?
It's just that when people start being visible and show up exactly how they're meant to show up, there's somebody out there that doesn't want that to happen, especially because they can't, you know, like, and, you know, our people are now voting for their own oppression, like right now. So when all these things like veterans are not getting, you know, like you can't do a lot of things for veterans now because they're trying to erase that, you know. Yeah. Women's reproductive CDC is taking HIV and AIDS resources are now scrubbed from the CDC. They're taking all of that, anything like PrEP and all that stuff, they're taking that all away.
Or they're saying they're going to put it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like, why are these even topics or even coming up?
No, and it's just
like
a matter
fixing
of
things that are broken.
It's our livelihood. Like if they can't get us mentally, if they can't get us spiritually, if they can't get us, you know, economically, they're going to find every which way to break us down. And when I think I think about all these things right now, I think about when, you know, being bullied and when they couldn't get me a certain one way, they had to try to get me another way. And if they couldn't get me that way, they're going to get me another way. And so, like, as a gay man, I'm now understanding the trans. I'm now understanding, like, even with lesbian, you know, couples and stuff like that, to having to adopt and all those things. And it's just really, really sad that we, like, you know, Christians and white people are saying that they're getting their rights infringed on. You never hear that. You never hear them being stripped of their whitehood and their whiteness. And here we are, you know, being one, that's one strike against us being gay. And then it's another strike because we're brown. And then if you're a woman, it's a strike because you're a woman. So it's all these things and it's like, dang, like we can't catch a break. And so if you are out there and you're watching this, please get educated on it and think about what it is that what you've enjoyed thus far and the possibility of all of those things that you enjoy being taken away.
Wow.
Because we're not. Because some people are just pretty much they're stagnant. They just sit there because they don't think it's going to get them. But I promise you, the wave will reach your shore, and when it does, what are you going to do? So I'm happy for people that advocate for us. I'm happy for the support that we get. Like Kaipo is one of the number one people that let us come in and be us. Like I get to be a drag queen over there.
Yes.
And be, you know, 6 inch
Shirley.
heels, you know, Shirley. But it's actually unfair. But
Shirley Barbara.
Unfair.
Shirley Barbara.
Unfair, Shirley.
There are people in our community that actually are writing for us, you know. So I'm grateful for them, even in the whole entire, you know, the light of this like political climate. There's just so much stuff that's happening to us that we're not even aware of until one day you wake up and you can't even get in your car. You can't even go to work. You can't even be with your family. You can't even enjoy your kids. And when all of those things finally hit you, it's like it's going to be a little bit too late. And so I'm just advising all of you out there, if you haven't, do it. It's online. We live in a time where we can read before it gets taken away, before we can't even see those things online anymore, because now they're trying to control the internet. Social media. So
if it's not already controlled.
Yeah. So like for me, like I never felt this fight before. Like I mean, I had to do it with my family. You know, just trying to tell them like this is who I am, and I'm not going to prove anymore. Like I mean, what do you want to see? You want to come to our bedroom and see how gay I am? Do you want to, you know, like? And the thing is, I'm not gonna. I that fight is over. This new fight for me is my.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's a
our
different
trans
fight.
people. And once gay rights became a thing, they needed to find. They couldn't come in through the front door. Now they're coming in through the window, and now they're attacking our trans siblings. And to me, like people are showing up
who've been around for centuries.
Yeah, and I mean, especially in our culture. Like I mean, you know, I love being a lady. I think they love me being a lady. Do you love me being a lady?
I love him
Unfair.
being a lady.
And I love it. And the thing is, but
Before you need to mix with this lady over
yeah,
here.
because but you know what? I mean, there's just a lot of things out there that we need to be more aware of. Because I think the minute that we don't,
The minute we stop caring.
yeah, that we stop caring, or we just think it's not going to affect us, it will. And I've kept a lot of you on my Facebook who are Trump supporters, because I want to see how it reaches your shore.
What?
And I want to see how big the waves are when it comes to your shore, because I already know already. The thing with us here is they're telling us what they're going to do to us. They're telling us what they're going to do to us. So we're aware. You guys that are just sitting there just feeling unaffected and being unbothered by all of it, you are the ones that I worry
But
about.
what we're fighting for too is to help protect that.
And it's everybody.
So
Like,
we're
we have to
doing
fight for
advocacy
them.
for everybody.
Not just gay people,
Right.
everybody. For you, Mele, that just got your citizenship.
What?
For you, Siona, that has a small business. For every one of you that has something that will be affected because you are not in the 1%, guess what? That's what we're fighting for.
We're fighting for that.
Because again, if they're coming for one of us, they're coming for
all of us.
So that's all I have to say. And as your contestant number 4,
All she wants is world peace. Well, thank you coming all the way from Miss Scandinavia 2025. No, but like in the real though, that is all this information that we're learning. It's not to scare anybody or try to veer anybody's mindset of what they think. We're not trying to change the way you think because you're already gonna think that way. We're just trying to shed light on what we're trying to do. We're here to try to uplift the community, build one another, because that's all we can do right now, especially during these trying times. And it might not be a trying time for everybody, but it is for a lot of people, a lot of groups, so we're just here to love one another. And we are that older generation now. So we're kind of stuck in that middle where we're confused because we have the older generation and the younger one that we're trying to fight for. And the younger generation has such a loud voice and they're so passionate. So now we're the middle generation trying to ride on their coattails to help try to change the future. Right.
I mean, damn constitutional rights. What about our human rights?
Right.
We forget that.
Right.
Just like
What about you,
said,
Crystal?
we don't even practice common law anymore. Common sense law.
Right. Well, I believe, like, if we didn't have religion, do you feel like you would feel different about? Well, I guess I'm talking to the wrong group. But if we didn't have religion,
this kind of be like our final thoughts because we kind of have to end anyways. But like,
yeah,
I love that.
If we didn't have religion and we look back at the history of our, Tongans and Samoans and everything, we never had a problem with people being whakaleti or,
But why now?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like we can see that, but now, some people in our culture or in the Polynesian culture is having a hard time seeing the difference between that and now the religion that we ride so hard for. Because one thing about Polynesians is they're going to ride hard for whatever it is that they believe. If it's Christianity that we believe, we're going to ride hard with everything that they taught us about that. And it isn't until you step away from that you can look, that you sometimes can look back and see a bigger picture as to the picture they drew for you versus the picture that is all around, you know what I mean? So I feel like culture-wise, I don't see how we have that conflict now. But because we're here, we deal with this conflict because where we live tells us this is a conflict. My thoughts are we're all Polynesian, we're all people, we're all human beings. And if you're happy, if you're healthy, if people around you are happy and healthy and no one's harming people, then the conversation needs to be, then why is it wrong?
I love that. Final thoughts from everybody. Let's go around the start.
My final thoughts is, everything is a distraction. We're all living in peonage. Everybody, whether you're LGBTQ, whether you are living a straight life or whatever, everybody, black, white, purple, brown, whatever, we are all living in peonage. So we all have to wake up and figure out where it is that we are being put into this little puzzle that this bubble of the United States of America has us under. And if there's distractions because we are being put out there even more, look in your own home and look in your own family to see and figure out what they're trying to distract you from seeing that they are doing right in your backyard or your front yard. But yes, I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for letting us be on your show.
My thoughts are, I believe that if we just, think just educate ourselves, right? Just like, I've said, we have to continue to educate ourselves, educate our children, and we have to be able to come from a space of love. There's so many people that's already trying to put chains on us, right? If it's not the government, it's our families, it's our religion, right?
I don't know which one's worse.
Exactly. All you can do is just be your true, authentic self. All you can do is just to continue to come from a space of love and live that way. It's not just on Love Day, guys, because we love Love Day. But we have Love Day every single day. This life is too short. Look at Sister Sia, right?
Yep.
All the things that she's done, but all the things that she can't do moving forward. And so all I can tell you as a final thought, live, laugh, and love.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you so much for having us here. We love you guys so much.
Love you guys.
Come on, TJ.
I don't know how to top that. I mean, because that was
I know,
all
he said,
great. Me, I'm just like, well, I guess self-challenge for me being a part of today's podcast is to be more, like the lady said, awake.
Which lady?
To be all the ladies. It's to be more aware, to be more involved. I mean, I admittedly say I am completely out. I'm one of those that stay away from the news, stay away. The topic gets brought up and I walk away. But I think self-challenge for me after today's podcast is to be more involved, to be more aware, and to get involved and not be so naive to what, and Mafu said it too, is not be naive to the fact of what's going on in the world and trying to hide the fact that it's going on and think that I'm okay, because it will involve me one way or the other. And world peace.
And world peace. Before Ma'afu finishes off, tell us about your event that's going to take place this weekend, so everybody
Well, that's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be at One Love Kava Lounge. It's from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. So it's all you can drink kava from 9 to midnight, and then midnight to 3, it's just per bowl. But performance from 10 to 11. So, and its space is limited, literally. It's a good space, but it is still limited. So once it's reached capacity, sorry, so
bye.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
But yeah, excited for it. Thank you.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, Ma'afu.
And I'm telling you.
When I put a lot of politically charged things on my Facebook and my Instagram, because I'm not directing it to the white people. I'm directing it to my people, because sometimes I have to teach my parents and my family some of the things, because they just think it's the other people. They're still the others, and we're the others, So,
that's a great point.
Like I said, it's a domino effect. They're coming for one set of people. The next people that are behind those people may be you and your people. And so, they already have been targeting the black community for years. And once affirmative action went down and DEI went down, we knew the wave was going to hit us, So, just stay educated. Please be vigilant. Watch the things. And not only that, but even if you are lesbian or gay, in the Pacific, it's no longer LGBTQ. It's MVP FAF. It's all our indigenous identities. Because we had that before. Yeah, we had that way before this LGBTQ. As a Lady, I know somebody was Lady before a long time ago. So then I could be here to celebrate who I am, and I'm not letting anything come about to take that away from me, because that's my right. I'm a Lady. I want to be able to freely move about this earth as a Lady, and so, take care of one another. Take care of each other. Even your Trump supporters, take care of them, because they're getting affected too. Because you ain't the 1%. Melencione. Anyhow, but also, please go to One Love, but there are other queer spaces. Come to Kaipo. There is Ladies and Ladies Night. We worked really, really hard to get our ladies up in there.
That's on Thursdays, right?
It's on Thursdays. I will be there when Rena's actually DJing as Anife. I love being in heels. It makes it.
We know.
I feel the suffering of women. and men who wear yappe boots that have to climb trees.
I want to know where you get those heels though,
Oh, I got
because
them.
They're specially made, sis.
I know. I was
Just
gonna say
kidding.
what?
From Scandinavia to hold up all those calves and
Is it
thighs.
an IKEA heel? You gotta put it together.
Not the IKEA heel. She said the IKEA heel.
It's the helmet. It is. We're pretty
You
much
gotta
is.
build it and then you wear it.
Yeah. So, come on out. It's the same, deal. But yeah, we worked hard. It's been a whole year that we had ladies and ladies night because we kept on telling them why are there only the ladies? And then look at all of us. We come in deep with all of our community, and we pay all the money that when we're there. And so I just when it became something, and it's been worth it because the visibility has been great for us because
It has been.
and all the tacos they're a little soft now.
I think some of the
They
tacos
don't-
were soft
yeah,
before.
Some of these tacos.
I think
Not
they
from
like
9
the
to
ladies
midnight,
being
from
in
midnight
there.
to 3 a.m.
Yeah, from midnight to 3 a.m.
Midnight to 3 a.m. Then whenever,
Around that
get us
time.
per bowl.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me on. Cindy, I still wonder why you even asked me to come on because I have mental illness. And I'm kidding, just kidding. But yeah, thank you guys. You guys, amazing. And Tina, it's my old homie from back in the day. And TJ, good job doing the things on the West Jordan side because they need it. There's a lot of them out there, but
Yes, there is.
what you need to do is hammer and take out the closets. They will come.
Take the doors off the closets.
Or pull the lava off. They will come. I promise.
Make it a barn door slash. Anyways. All right, so we are so grateful. I know that we went over our show, but we just had to because we had such an amazing panel today. If you have not learned anything, there is so much to learn. We're not here to try to change anybody's mind, but we're here to let you all know that we're not going anywhere. We've always been here. We're going to continue to be here. Love one another. And you know what? No matter who you voted for, do your research on the different bills that come out there, especially if it's going to affect other people. Do the Lord's work. Love one another. Here at Manny's. Speaking of Manny's, you can catch me at Manny's on Saturday and Sunday nights doing karaoke, so catch us there. But here at Everyday People, same message. Just be kind, and we love you guys.
Also, Buddha's going to be doing a pop-up at Wholesome Co. in Bountiful.
Bountiful.
If you're looking to get your medical card for your chronic issues,
Medical cannabis card for
go
$75.
ahead and see him
right?
up there.
75 for the card and you get 75 in the dispensary.
Oh, so
Oh, wow.
$75 for your membership and $75 that you can use in the dispensary out at Holco.
Wholesome Co. in Bountiful.
Bountiful.
From what time?
2 to 4 will be the
2 to 4 p.m. You can catch Buddha over there.
Today. So I'm sure that we will have that. If you've missed anything or missed out on any of the events, it'll be on our social media. Be sure you catch us on Instagram, Facebook, and our YouTube channel.
And if you didn't get a Valentine's gift, you can get a card and go buy some gummies for your Valentine's.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
everybody.
Valentine's, everybody.
Making me wanna stay where we are. I can't help but want you. I can't help but try. I got something for you I think would fit you just right. Oh, baby, I would look good on you. Come on and try me on, see if it's true. Baby,